Here in my area, we still don't have city water in a lot of places. Louisiana is very backwards that way. You still got a well, and you got to go pump it.
That's why that movie Waterboy took place there.
Exactly.
Well, didn't BP fix all your water so that it's goes down easier?
We'll find out. I mean,
more oily ducks in it.
Speaking of that, welcome to Gunnit Live episode 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Is that the password to your luggage?
It's a golf episode.
Nice.
No, Spaceballs joke.
What kind of idiot sets his password to 1, 2, 3? That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my password.
Nerds.
Well, shit.
It's been 2 weeks, so I assume our audience is twice as big as normal.
Yeah.
Pent-up demand to watch us.
Is that what we're calling it this week?
Their eyeballs are blue. Been waiting.
That was disgusting.
Are you implying that they're all white or something, or what?
I'm implying what?
No.
No, their eyeballs are blue. It's a blue balls joke for fuck's sake.
Good
Lord.
Shit.
I gotta explain everything.
No.
Yeah.
Real nice, Pest. It's a little master race humor.
I didn't even get the double part there.
Oh shit.
Yes.
All right. It has been 2 weeks, huh? Yeah, because I was out of town last week. So we should have twice as many topics too. But
me too.
Yeah.
I was suited up in my tux.
We had plenty of opportunity to pick the best topics.
Yeah.
The best topics, America. Nobody's got topics like this.
The most recent ones in the queue.
Phenomenal topics.
Tremendous
topics.
Tremendous topics.
Knows that.
The show's going to be huge.
Nobody's got topics like this. Not Crooked Hillary. Not Paul Ryan. Nobody.
Crooked Hillary.
Oh shit. Speaking of crooked, Boulder, Colorado banned AR-15s.
Wise. What are they going to do about all the military guys they got living there that have AR-15s on there? I mean, like, seriously.
We'll find out, won't we?
Sad.
Non-compliance is $250 to $1,000 a day fine.
Good luck enforcing it.
How do they prove that you're not compliant?
Yeah, they'd have to search your house.
So many boating accidents. Yeah, like, are they using a registry to go after the people?
I don't know.
Did they have a registry? Because they only did magazine bans, right?
Yeah, Colorado just did the. And I don't think that's enforced hardly at all.
Probably not. I mean,
of course not.
They probably
unless you do something
them
else
per week.
To piss off the state.
Got a flood of high cap magazines coming into the state being traded for weed.
Bag of weed, a bag of weed. Everything's better with a bag of weed.
Magpul did do the mag lift to there, and they sent a couple million mags there.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of them. So Denver does Denver have an AWB? I think we talked about that before with
probably.
Burger.
I'm Googling Colorado AR-15 ban.
Burger lover.
If I can find out more about this topic I should be talking about. So unconstitutional. So fucking retarded.
Yeah, but I mean, if these ridiculous notions didn't exist, we wouldn't have any show topics. So we should be thankful for that.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean,
we do actual gun stuff. It's been a while since we've done that. Episode.
It gives us the ability to deliver such quality content to this.
Quality with a K.
To all of
bitch at our government, pretty much.
Yeah. It's funny we don't allow politics on the sub, but all we do is bullshit about politics on the fucking show. There's
This
a
is
place
our
and a time
outlet.
for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's how we roll. I mean, come on.
We also have shit jokes.
Mhm.
I wonder what the wording is. That's what I'm looking for, kind of. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's Deerfield, Illinois.
It's probably some every town template bullshit that they're implementing.
Yeah, I just want to know exactly how to define one. Street
I
of-
mean,
I wonder who votes for that anyway. Is that like the city council?
Probably.
I made a post or linked a comment someone made the other day about a bill that was being floated in Pennsylvania by the Democrats in Philadelphia, and this newspaper article started off talking about how it was gun reform, and I realized for the first time, I'm like, what are they reforming exactly?
What's broken?
Because, yeah, because as far as I know, the Second Amendment says shall not be infringed. Pennsylvania's first article, 21st section says shall not be questioned.
Yeah.
The right to self-defense shall not be questioned. So what are they reforming exactly? That's the part I don't. So I just think it's bullshit. That they use
Probably
this
all the
fucking
bullshit that they've done before.
disingenuous language. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna call it out now every time I see it.
Yeah, it's like boneless chicken wings. It's completely disingenuous.
Unless they actually took the bones out of a wing.
Precisely.
Wow, it was living.
No, I mean,
Well,
You know,
yeah, they're
but
not.
they-
They weren't really wings.
They weren't wings to begin with.
they're
Yeah.
It's like battery operated wind chimes. If
they
there's a
are wing
battery-
adjacent, though.
They are wing
That's
adjacent.
because
but-
everything tastes like chicken.
Do you guys remember the Gary Larson cartoon from a long time ago, the Boneless Chicken Ranch, with like these like, floppy chickens like laying around all over the place?
I do. That guy was a fucking genius. I assume or I hope he's still alive. I don't know if he
Far
was,
Side?
but That
Yeah.
fucking strip was a fucking genius.
And it's a miracle he's never sold out. Him and Calvin Hobbs guy.
Bill Watterson was a fucking genius as well. I miss that guy.
I don't like him when he pees on Fords, but I do like him when he pees on Chevys.
Yeah. I'm surprised he never sued for that for copyright infringement.
He tried, but it's like playing whack-a-mole. I mean,
It's
there's
really
there's
difficult.
so many of them.
You can't track down everybody with a kitchen vinyl cutter. I still can't find the statute number or the text of this thing.
It's almost like we don't have a post that lists the link.
Fuck, are you serious? Shit. I suck.
What, to the article?
Yeah,
Yeah, I put the links in there.
son of a bitch.
Crack investigator pestilence.
He Googles it. It's the first link is our thread.
Funny how that works, isn't it, Best?
No, nothing funny about that at all. Plus, also get off my lawn.
It's not funny. It's hilarious.
Oh no! Oh, no. Did I click that link? I think I clicked that link. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. This doesn't have the text of the law in it.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just has
Oh, okay then.
generic clickbait bullshit.
It doesn't even have the statute number.
We'll just go to the Boulder Public Information website. I'm sure it'll be there.
Oh,
Boulder. I've been there a couple times. It's a college town.
I think I've been
Bunch of
near it.
lefty
Any town is a college town if you call it that.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to have like a very large college presence. Like during schools in session here in Lincoln, it's over like 20% of population.
Wow.
How far is Lincoln from you?
How many schools are there? I mean, how big is the school there?
I think University of Nebraska is like 30-some thousand students, maybe.
Nice. That's a lot.
It's a lot of dimp.
That's a lot of dip.
Dimp, what's dimp?
Dip.
Super Troopers. That's a lot of dimp.
I still
Oh,
didn't see Super Troopers too.
I haven't.
I
either.
didn't see two. I saw one.
I
need to
saw
review
Deadpool
one
2,
again.
which was fantastic.
Wow,
Ooh,
there's like
that's-
4
yeah.
movies I got to see. I want to see Incredibles 2 too.
Yeah, me too.
I really like the first one.
I like
Yeah.
that they had the Edith Head character, Edna.
Edith Head.
Yeah.
Yes, the fashion mogul or whatever.
Well, no,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was the costume lady for
Yeah,
for
yeah,
MGM
yeah.
for a long
Yeah,
time.
but also fashion mogul.
She actually appeared in a Columbo episode for anybody interested in that sort of trivia.
Columbo, huh?
I fucking love Columbo, man.
Ah, a
I
short
remember.
a short drunk guy who smokes in a trench coat, stumbling through fucking murder mysteries.
He's
Yeah.
not drunk. He has one eye.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's always squinting and.
He only has one
Like,
eye.
I'm dumb. Let me write this down. Hold on. I'm gonna fall into this clue and then fall.
Yeah,
into
one more thing.
It's just like real life.
Oh, yeah.
I actually
Falling
work with a
into
lady
things.
that we call Columbo because every meeting we have, at the end of it, they're like, "Does anybody have any questions?" And she's like,
Pulls
"Just one
out-
more thing."
licks her pencil with her thumb. Licks her pencil with without. She doesn't use her thumb to lick her pencil. How do they
So-
not have?
They banned assault weapons, whatever those are.
I wanted to see the definition.
They have to be transferred, destroyed, or turned into the police. I don't think he even gave a time window, though.
Well, when Illinois
rid of
passed theirs, it
Until
was like
July
immediate, right?
15th.
Oh, there you
Holy
go.
shit!
That's a
Plenty-
month.
Plenty of time for a
Boating accident.
what do you call it when the judge blocks it from
Injunction.
A stay of execution.
stay of execution? Yes.
Apparently, the text of a law has no bearing on the news anymore.
I'm still thinking a million AR march is a good idea in DC.
Million AR March.
Let's call it the Million AR Bonus March. We'll all live in tents, and they'll bring in the fucking infantry or the cavalry, and then burn us out.
Machine
It'll be-
gun us down.
And of course, when you use the word bonus, it'll get the president's attention.
Well,
So
there you go.
yeah,
Oh, actually, we might get the backing of the president because of his Wall Street cabinet. Oh, we love bonuses. Let's get behind that.
yeah. There's no part about that sentence I don't like.
Right.
Bonuses.
Bonuses.
Right next to your temporary refund adjustment.
Taxes. We still haven't done our taxes this year.
Yeah.
Laggard.
Yeah. Oh well.
My taxes are done. I can't wait for next year.
Yeah.
That's also a Simpsons quote. I did my tax last year.
Well, I have a little loss carry forward this year, so I'm going to pay a lot less taxes next year.
I permanently have a loss carry forward.
I understand what those words mean.
So, Boulder, banning the assault weapons, huh?
Still can't find it.
What are you expecting? You think there's some like Boulder City Council website out there that actually has like the notes and stuff?
No, I
Probably-
just thought that
I mean,
one
they-
of the 15 news articles I've looked at might cite the statute or fucking give the text of the statute.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's not even digitized. It's just something they wrote and put it
they
out
put
as
it on
just
like a napkin or
sheet.
something. Slapped it against the window.
There's
Yeah.
an article about the changes that will
Here's
might
some
happen.
tape. Put up there.
Please log in to read. Fuck you.
Maybe they tweeted it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does it
That's,
fit 280 characters?
Or worse, they Snapchatted it in violation of sunshine laws.
Well,
Oh,
the National Archives won't be happy. They won't be able to preserve that.
here's a paraphrase of it. All semi-automatic rifles that have the capacity to accept a detachable magazine and that have any of the following characteristics: a pistol grip, thumb stock, folding, or so bullet buttons are fine.
so basically, they're just shifting the market to
Or what's the capacity to accept? I don't know what that means.
That means you can like
defeat a bullet button. Well, yeah.
That-
Well, no. I understand what what we think. I mean, but what's the legal definition of capacity to accept, right? So,
it depends. It depends on what what Colorado's definition is, and if they don't statutorily lack a definition, then you've got another set of problems because you have to define it.
This also is an old article that's talking about how this is from April, and it's about how the law probably will change before it gets passed.
Huh.
So I still don't know. Part of this is also all semi-automatic center-fire pistols that have any of the following characteristics: the capacity to accept a magazine other than in the pistol grip or any device to allow the weapon to be stabilized with a non-trigger hand. Okay, so
it's basically just an AR. That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
it's very selective.
Huh. Crazy. Well, www.uhaul.com.
Ordinance 8245 bans all semi-automatic action rifles with a detachable magazine, the capacity of 21 or more rounds.
Huh.
All semi-automatic shotguns with a folding stock or magazine capacity of more than 6 rounds. All semi-automatic pistols that are modifications of rifles having the same make, caliber, and action design. Well,
that's just banning AR pistols.
No, it isn't, because there is no semi-automatic pistol that is a modification of a rifle. That's illegal.
That's true.
But that's not how they don't know that. That's why they worded it that way.
Well, no, because they're idiots, of course. That's why they can get away with this in the first fucking place. So every AR in Colorado suddenly is a 458 SOCOM that happens to have a 5.56 barrel on it at the time.
Yeah.
I just realized that this unscrewed. I didn't know that.
Damn.
Huh. Well, that's kind of neat.
Pew. That's where the pew happens.
Yep. Pew, 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 pew. Well. I wonder how bad that'd be just to shoot it like this without that on there.
Only one way to find out.
I know, right?
Pretty hard.
Do a little basement pop, dude.
Yeah, right. I have any blanks?
Ah, fudge.
I could throw some powder in a casing and.
Nah, that's not as fun. We'd be all like, "Those aren't real blanks, dude." God, what a poser.
Overpowered blanks. Just pull the bullet.
He's a nice thorn in the side. This John Caldera guy. Did you see this?
No.
He's suing them, telling them that basically they're being exclusionary and they're violating the rights of not because of the guns, but because they don't want those kind of people in their town. It's kind of nice.
Ah.
What are those kind of people?
Gun
people doing guns.
The worst.
It's an attack on a political minority that the Boulder elite finds dirty, ignorant, and dangerous. The message is pretty clear. We don't want your type in our lily white elitist town, so we will bully you out.
Basically, that's harassment.
It's hateful and bigotry.
The question is, does the property value go up or down after this passes or goes into effect?
I wouldn't think it affected at all.
Because people are going to be moving because of it, especially renters and stuff, right? So then, do the people want to go in and fill those places, or do they become unsold inventory? Yeah, unsold inventory, and ruin the market. Are enough people going to be attracted by the absence of assault weapons?
I think what they're trying to do. I think this is a pernicious scheme to open up real estate for Californians to move to.
Your safe space in the Colorado Rockies. You guys can come here. You guys can come here and have your own traffic jams and everything, and wear yoga pants. It'll be just like where you came from.
Speaking of California, you see that in the ballot initiative that got approved because enough people signed it to split the state into 3.
Yeah, nice.
They're trying to get more senators.
I don't know. What was the minimum? Was it 50,000 people? That doesn't seem like a.
I think it was probably more than that.
Are they going to split the state on gerrymandered borders, or just so like this little hook of a neighborhood is part of
it's kind of, no, it's not. It seems like it's quasi fair, but I mean, it is a bit ridiculous because of the way the laws are written, the amount of representatives that California has. I mean, it's very diluted, right? As opposed to another state where it might be 25,000 people per representative. In California, it's like 250,000 people, which is, you know what I mean? I get where they're coming from, but
They want more representation. Is that what they're saying?
yeah, they want more direct representation. It's too diluted. It's if you're one of 250,000 people, what's the chance that your voice is going to get heard?
Yeah, it's like voting in New York City or New York State for that matter. If you're not a Democrat, you're not going to win. Period. So, so if you're gonna vote, it's just like, okay, I have a choice between, one of two Democrats that's going to win, or one or two Republicans, or one Republican that's not going to win. So, hey,
I mean, Pennsylvania, we have that where people cross file, so they actually run as Democrats and Republicans, which is weird.
That's interesting.
In the primaries.
Oh. I'm not sure where to hitch my wagon. So
yeah, kind of.
Well, the shitty thing is, if you run as independent, you can't vote in either.
Right. Well, it's like FC said: if you run as a Republican in certain parts of the state, you're not getting any votes ever.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you're in Philly and you vote and you run as a Republican, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Yeah.
Or certain parts of Pittsburgh.
Well, we've got a guy that's going to run for governor, though. It sounds like he's going to be pretty different than what we've had, so that'll be good. The guy we have now likes to tax the fuck out of everything.
Like all politicians.
Not all. Most. Not all.
Well, these bridges to nowhere don't get built by themselves.
That's right.
They just fall down by themselves, though.
Yeah.
If you guys ever come out here, go to the Flight 93 Memorial to see government in action. So the memorial was on private property where the plane went down, and so they built this memorial site, and literally the nicest road in Pennsylvania is the road to get from the public road to the memorial across this private land. It's like a fucking, 2-lane graded with guardrails, no potholes, perfectly built road. They just spend like $5 million on this fucking road to get to the memorial.
Yeah.
That's
they're putting in
they're
putting in 110 of those windmill power generators up by where my parents live.
Okay.
And the problem they're running into is they didn't have somebody come survey the roads before they went up there.
Oh God.
And now their blades are getting high centered, like on a lot of the hills that they're trying to go through, and they can't get the blades up to where they're supposed to be building these things.
Oh, they got to airlift them in now with like a fucking giant.
I don't know if that's possible.
Don't you guys have tornadoes?
Yeah.
That makes the windmill go really fast.
Where do those fly in a tornado?
The answer to that question is really quickly.
It's like
it's the government's plan for making a ninja blender.
If you really think about it, law of conservation of energy, the giant windmill should be slowing the tornado down. So it's actually like an anti-tornado defense system.
There you go.
Sucking the energy out of the tornado with all the fans.
That's right.
Just don't build them in pyramids of 10, or God will go bowling, and you'll have fucking windmills everywhere.
It's probably going to be more like snow geese puree machines.
Yeah, we're gonna convert that convective tornadic activity to things that will power our Netflix.
The geese fly too high. I don't think they fly low enough to get chopped up. But there's a shitload of those things in Iowa too.
I have a power transmission engineer buddy of mine, and he had this photo up on Facebook. It was like, all right, 10 years ago, you'd have a plant with a fossil fuel burning plant, and a couple birds would die from the pollution. And now you got a wind plant, and then down the road, you've still got the same fossil fuel plant because wind isn't reliable. And the birds are getting chopped up by the blades and dying in the smokestack. So choose your poison.
You got more power though.
I like the one out. I think it's in New Mexico or something where it just fucking zaps the birds. It's the mirrors where they got all the
Oh,
mirrors
yeah.
on the array.
Oh
The
yeah,
salt,
It's like a big
I think
bug
that's a salt
zapper.
reactor.
the molten salt
Yeah.
solar farm. Yeah,
Bird
I
flies
had-
by.
yeah.
Shades of Randy
Little-
Johnson.
That was so surreal. I remember watching that
Randy
on
Johnson.
ESPN. Yeah, when he threw a fastball and he got the bird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's really tired of talking about it.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's old.
That's when a bunch of shallow people who want to sell things using your words try to talk to you all the time.
All right, next topic. State of Florida neglects background checks for a year because of a forgotten password.
That is hilarious. I wish we knew somebody from there.
So was this like some pro-gun advocate that was just like sticking it to the man, or was it just some idiot?
Hanlon's razor.
Well, I mean, if you forgot the password and you're embarrassed about it and you don't give a shit, and I mean, you work for the government in the first place, right? So
The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services stopped using the results from an FBI crime database. The IG investigation found it. Otherwise, they'd probably be still doing it.
Nice. Maybe somebody just forgot, somebody went on maternity leave, never came back, forgot to tell the person on the post-it note, you know what I mean?
Well, no, you don't do it on a post-it note. Well, actually, you do it on a post-it note, but you got to make sure you put it under the mouse pad, not the keyboard.
I do that on a post-it note once.
Nice.
So say you have a daily task that somebody's 12-year-old nephew set up that logs into the thing and downloads all the data and then updates the thingamajig and all that crap, but there's no monitoring on it and nobody knows about it except the 12-year-old to put it in. Then it quits working because the password changes or whatever, and nobody knows. Could be
You're
that.
screwed.
Could be that.
Could be that.
My wife's company runs a program I built 22 years ago.
Holy shit. On the same computer you put it on?
No, but close.
What program?
It's a program to look up jobs. It was like it's a little database thing. It's the funniest thing.
I read a while ago about a system that was run on Commodore 128s or something like that. That's running elevators or something.
Well, this was started out as a DV4 Plus app, and then it was compiled, right? Clipper compiled. And so they still run this. They don't have the source code anymore, and I don't have the source code, so they just run the thing, and it works.
It's not like you can remember that shit and do it over.
No, no.
Yeah, like I've seen shit that I wrote like a long time ago. I'm like, huh, that's an interesting way to do that. No way in hell I would have chosen that way. That can't be my code. What the fuck? What idiot? Oh, it was me.
Yeah, and if I wanted to change it, it would be like step 1, try Windows for Workstations 3.11.
Yeah.
Step 2.
Right.
Step 2, cut a hole in the box.
Oh.
It seems
So
that
the Florida thing. So the outcome was what? Like about 300 people got their permits revoked. Is that what it was?
It was something like that. I mean, I
think.
no, they revoked like 300 of them. I skimmed the article.
It's like 290 something, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was not an insignificant figure.
Well, out of 275,000, that were issued.
Well, that was one person doing that, so it would have been their workload.
Right.
Yeah.
So I found a Commodore 64 running an auto shop in Poland in 2016.
Nice.
Somebody wrote their own program. I got this. Turns out he did.
Maybe not now, but at least like 5 years ago, I knew places were still running AS400s with like old.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of places that still run AS400. I mean, it's stable.
Yeah, it's stable.
Yeah, it hasn't died yet, thank God. Seems pretty expensive if we had to replace that. Like, what if you had to replace it under duress?
No, I mean,
wouldn't that be more expensive? Well, yeah, but so far we've had pretty good luck with eBay parts.
where I used to work, I mean, we did financial data processing for banks and stuff, and they would still use AS400 and JCL with Fortran linkages because it's stable.
Yeah.
Well, modern.
And they probably don't want it. The capital expenditure to increase their productivity isn't there, though. They're not going to upgrade to the newest shit when the old stuff does fine.
At some point, complete failure becomes more expensive than productivity updates. I mean,
Yeah.
It does, but it's hard to predict that point.
Bed. Well, yeah, like you want to cut a really fine line on the thing, or you want to rip the Band-Aid off and fucking move into the 19th century.
Ask the FAA, right?
Yeah, 20th century. Sorry. Right, exactly. Yeah. Like, how many decades did you read about how air traffic control was the most stressful job in the world? Like, it shouldn't fucking be. It should be a relatively easy job. It should be a job that you don't have to fucking put a pistol in your mouth every night when you go home from.
Should be, but isn't. I mean,
Right.
It's just the nature of the beast.
No, it's the nature of the government.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When you look at someplace like LaGuardia,
Yeah, it's
60
complex.
planes on approach in
Right,
two
right.
different rotating circles.
Yeah, it's
So
complex.
actually 3, because LaGuardia has also got Newark to work with.
Complex things don't have to be stressful.
Well, but our technology that lets us do magical things only really came into fruition the past 10 or 15 years. So,
right. Which is,
I don't know. We went to
was
fucking
supposed to-
moon in the 60s for fuck's sakes.
and cut a lot of.
yeah, but that was different kind of technology. That's what we wanted to do. That.
We have the ability, just not to drive. People don't want to spend money.
right.
That's the problem.
But if I have to spend money on this, then I don't get my bonus, which means I don't make my boat payment, which means
Pretty
all
much.
it's all about boat payments.
Or second mortgages. Or
They justify all kinds of dumb things. Like that last Harry Potter book.
and the Star Wars franchise.
Harry Potter and the J.K. Rowling just bought a yacht.
I've never read
Harry
those.
Potter and the Deadly Mortgage.
I haven't read them either.
I don't know. Guys, yeah.
You ever read Harry Potter?
No, I haven't.
No. Harry Potter and the incipient.
I'm a Tolkien guy, reading that stuff way before I'd ever read.
I have
all the
I
Harry
have never
Potters.
read. I've never read Harry Potter. I'm sorry.
I read
No,
Harry
either.
Potters.
No.
Now I wasn't
I'm more-
like waiting at the bookstore for the next release, but I did read the books. But I have kids too, so it was kind of fun to talk about it.
Yeah,
I have been called a Hufflepuff though.
I did not watch the fucking vampire thing, whatever the fuck that was called.
if I had anyone knowing what that meant.
Twilight Saga?
I refused to watch that bullshit.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
I just assumed it would be dumb, and yeah.
I watched the Hunger Games. I thought that was okay.
Hunger Games.
I think I have that. I haven't watched it yet.
Did you guys see Letterkenny coming to Hulu? Huh?
Old ones or new ones?
July 13th, 14th, 15th, something like that. It's first 2 seasons.
Too bad I don't have Hulu,
I already
but I bet somebody else will
I
probably
dropped
get on
Netflix because
Plex.
they kept dropping all their shows off, man. And my son had Hulu, and he's like, "Oh, try this." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Always Sunny in Philadelphia's on there. I can watch that whenever I want. It's good.
I wish there was an option for like cell phones, like there is for video services.
What do you
Just having like monthly contracts and shit.
They're
it's
cell
fine.
phone companies.
It's called
that
Yeah,
cable
but they're
TV.
shit.
I think it's called cable TV. What you're
Oh,
talking
you want them to
about.
be
Or
good.
satellite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? What happened with the satellites? What's the Iridium 2 or whatever? Didn't they launch a bunch of those?
SpaceX, yeah.
Yeah. So where the fuck's our satellite phones?
Well, they're still super expensive and
Yeah.
hard to justify.
Why?
Because transmitting to a thing out in space is difficult in
No.
a small package. Yeah, it actually is. It's hilarious when people think that GPS is a two-way thing, where if you have a GPS device, they can track you. Like, okay, well, you don't have any idea how fucking hard it is to get a fucking satellite, then, do you? All right, gotcha. All right, I'll let you.
Getting one from probably isn't hard. Getting it to, yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
mean when I-
from's easy.
You mean when I change the station on my satellite radio, it doesn't actually change the satellite? Mind blown.
They've got a satellite. They had to put a satellite for every car that has that. All those satellites up there are tracking everybody. That's why it costs so much.
When I was a kid, if you had a satellite system, you'd have to point it at different satellites to change the channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you turn that big dial, you'd hear the dish out there start to.
That was badass though, man. You could watch fucking HBO.
And
all
when
the
you're bored as a kid,
pay-per-view
you'd play
stuff.
like Star Commander, fucking with your parents' dish.
The news people sitting around smoking cigarettes and swearing between commercial breaks. Yeah.
Scrambled porn. Oh, I think I see a boob.
I believe scrambled porn was strictly terrestrial, but yeah. That was totally a boob.
Back when you'd like hotwire your cable box by getting one of those was the chip you'd put on it that just
yeah.
I don't remember that.
you'd bridge a chip
Rainbow
onto
chip. Rainbow.
yeah.
No, not a rainbow chip.
Wow.
I just called something.
There's that, and you get a pirated card for a while. You just slip into your DVDs or your DVR or whatever. Well, it wasn't DVR back
The
then.
cable box.
Yeah, the cable box.
Yeah.
You slip that card in there, and it was pirated to give you all the channels. But every once in a while, they'd send out a signal that would fry
kill 'em,
all of the chip. So you
Yeah,
have
and
to buy
then
a new.
and then you'd have to call your gal Tanya, and she'd make you a new card, and all was good with the world.
I thought that was satellite that happened on.
No, I
Yeah,
think
it
that was
did-
cable too. Early cable. Yeah.
Early cable, you do the chip on the boxes because we did it in college in our dorm rooms because they brought the signal up to everybody's room for internet and all that shit, but they wouldn't unlock unless you paid for it. So we just hot wired all the boxes.
Nice.
And that's how Florida didn't do background checks for you.
We gotta have a game called 6 Degrees of. Oh shit! I had the word.
Kevin Bacon.
No, that the D word. What'd you say?
Separation.
No, separate. No, it was
Degrees.
not degradation, but I hate that.
Deprivation.
No,
Trepidation.
Masturbation.
Pasteurization.
Diverticulation.
I don't know. I forget. Fuck it. Whatever. A mind is a terrible thing.
We're like doing the thing we do to kids when they're counting and start counting random numbers at them to screw up their counting.
I did that to my mom. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I told you guys about the cable box. That was
Diverging.
crazy.
Divergence. That's what it is.
Divergence.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That was a pretty good movie.
6 degrees of divergence. How far off the topic can we get within the time span of a topic? Yeah.
Speaking of passwords,
We should make
Comcast
it a
has cable boxes in 2018 that you can't put special characters in the fucking password.
Yeah, that sounds like Comcast. Hey, but they're trying to buy Fox, so once they get that deal going, Fox has the technology.
So I gave the guy the password. I wanted him to assign to the box. He puts it in. It doesn't work. And he calls somebody else, tries it again, doesn't work. And then the guy goes, "Oh wait, let me try something." So he took the special characters out, and he goes, "Yeah, it doesn't allow special characters." I'm like, "What do you mean it doesn't allow special characters? This is 2018." He's like, "Well, what do you want me to do?" I'm like, change it to one that does.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the one I have. I'm like, you don't have any other ones on your truck? You
That's
don't
a
have
damn shame. Wait, let's go out in my backyard. I got a shotgun. You can throw that.
Yeah. So they're coming back Sunday
Hmm.
to bring the new box that allows you to use special characters in your password.
Did they just jury rig it so that
He's like, I don't know. It's pretty secure the way it is. I'm like, yeah.
Not secure enough.
Can I explain to you number, spaces, and time?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Brute force. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Somebody was speaking of dirty, nefarious fucking dickbag fucking ISPs and cable providers. My wife was out front talking to the neighbors or whatever, like a social person the other day, and somebody from CenturyLink rolls up and says, "Hey, we got fiber in your neighborhood. Do you want it?" And she's like, "Shit, yeah, we do. My husband said he wants fiber really bad." Signs us up for an install after I install it. I'm like, make goddamn sure it's fiber. She's like, "Dude, yeah, he says it's fiber. It's like 90 megabit." And I'm like, "That ain't fiber. Make sure. Ask him, are you lying to me? Is this fiber?" And I just said, "Fuck it. Turn off." No, they flat out fucking lie to you. They're contract installer types just to get the extra. Like, I sold
Fiber
$500
over copper.
Yeah, right. No, it's a fucking
copper.
lying ass fucking dickbag selling fucking DSL as fiber. You know, like because he gets a spiff off of it, right? So he don't give a shit.
Yes.
Bastards.
Sons of bitches.
If I can't see light coming out of the end of that cable, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah. Cable.
Apparently, they do that in Europe a lot. In England, they call it fiber, but it's not. It's fiber to copper. It
They're
still
lying.
uses the same fucking copper in your house, but the backbone's fiber or the regional thing.
I got copper in my house. It'll do 1 megabit, but
yeah,
their copper wasn't going to do that. He was just hate liars.
I think didn't I read that the Google and whoever else was doing big fiber things, they've kind of backed off from all that.
Yeah.
Allo recently has been laying a whole bunch of fiber optics in Lincoln. I know they're trying to cut into the market for cable.
Yeah, you guys are like a call center hub, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a lot of phone traffic in that area of the country.
Google was making big talk about bringing fiber to my neighborhood, and then it just suddenly disappeared one day.
Yeah, I think I read that they kind of backed off on their, whatever they put in is in, obviously, but
yeah,
that they weren't pushing it anymore.
Maybe it's because they know they don't have to.
Yeah, it might be that.
Yeah, people use our shit anyway and whatever, so fuck it.
Because I mean, the government gave those companies $400 billion to install fiber optic networks, and they didn't. And they've never been punished for it. So why do it?
Well, I think with the GPI in there, they're going to get their comeuppance pretty soon.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, that's not true.
That's why everybody's getting a rash, like an avalanche of user agreements. This is how we're fucking you now. Yeah. You will agree to it. Otherwise, you won't use our service.
Well, some of that was GDPR driven, to be fair.
Yeah. GDPR, all this recent fucking we updated our terms of services bullshit. That's pure GDPR.
Yeah. It's GDPR.
It's privacy regulations mostly for Europe.
Yeah,
but
if
the
you have
internet also hits Europe, so yeah.
EU citizens, you have to comply with it as well. Mm-hmm. Or in theory, they could fine you 3 or 4% of your gross revenue. I think it was.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the let's sue Apple, Facebook, and any other big commercial website act. Basically,
to be fair, they were acting pretty fast and loose with that shit.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Well, it keeps coming out. Facebook is selling our shit to more people, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jesus.
I mean, that's how they make money. So you can't really.
The website didn't change at all. They said, "Oh, we're going to make it safer and have less of this bullshit." I'm like, no. Hasn't changed at all. Same bullshit.
Yeah. I shamed enough people in my feed into not fucking linking to that fucking. If you can't name a state with an A in the name, you're an idiot. You know that fucking crap. That's That's purely dating. This is easy. I'm super smart. It's Alabama. Oh, you got us, bro. You win this time, smart. You are smart. You little Joe Fibber in buttfuck Arkansas with. Oh, you own a trike. Well, you probably ran a couple people off the road the other day. Would you like to buy some Fix-A-Flat?
For those bullet holes.
They're speed holes. They make the car go faster.
You just need the can of the beanbag round in it.
Oh,
There you go.
that would be so awesome.
Or just like
That-
even
that
a
would
tennis ball or baseball would be perfect.
Oh yeah, it would explode the rear
baseball would
window
kill
of
'em.
the vehicle.
Yeah.
Or a potato.
Or a solid aluminum sphere you cast.
I don't think they'll have the range though.
Hold on. So you're
Top
actually
cans full of concrete was also suggested.
so you're actually making the cannon an actual cannon at that point because you're casting a spherical aluminum ball, right, Pest?
I don't know.
More of a mini.
It doesn't seem like a destructive device for some reason. I can't figure out how it ain't, but you know.
What this?
Yeah.
Because it can't fire anything out of the barrel.
Well, no, that makes it not a rifle or a short barrel rifle, but what makes it not a destructive device?
I mean, it's just like it has a really long chamber.
Design intent.
Oh, no, actually, I bet it's a
Design intent.
self-contained cartridge. It's a two-piece thing where you have a.
Oh, because it screws off.
I don't know. No, the projectile's not unitized
Leaving
with
the barrel.
powder charge.
Yeah, the ignition system is separate from the projectile.
There you go.
I think you need to replace the firing pin with the wire from a barbecue lighter and make it a muzzle loader. I think that would be way better.
Fuck yeah. Boom. Because a giant smoke cloud would make it much more fun.
Replace the firing pin with what? A coat hanger?
A barbecue
Oh,
lighter.
barbecue igniter.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
So I know with the smelly, the British.
Actually, though,
The
you could
wire
just,
reps?
Yeah, the original cartridges were black powder because the black powder creates a much higher volume of gas, and if you try to use smokeless to do it, it doesn't work very well.
So yeah, so put a primer in you got a reloading setup, right, or no? All you need is okay, fine. Anyway, all you need is one of them fucking RCBS hand primers. Prime a bunch of cases and dump a half a cup of FFG down the thing and stuff a fucking baseball on top of it. I know nothing about black powder. If I chose the wrong one, don't fucking bitch at me. But you know,
I'd have to go buy some black powder, so I got smokeless.
well, smokeless probably worked just fine.
Try some blue dot.
I guarantee a bullseye would be just fine.
I've got some faster shit, but I want
Bullseye works in literally everything.
Yeah, I've got quite a bit of shit.
Even 30-06. No, don't do that, kids.
That would be kind of cool to
that
do that,
machine.
just to see what it does to the gun, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it would have to pretty much destroy it, right?
You don't get the nifty flower petals without rifle.
Basically, you have a cauliflower barrel, right?
Yeah. You get the Elmer Fudd thing.
I don't know what to do. Probably just detonate that thing in the inside, and yeah.
Well, we could send it to Mythbusters and have them. Oh wait,
I think it would launch your cannon with the projectile in it.
I don't know. It's pretty solid threads and shit.
Does it go on like a barrel nut, like a regular, like how does it attach? Does it attach to the end of the barrel?
Oh yeah, unscrew the doodad. Let's see.
Yeah, it attaches with like a regular.
Oh.
See that?
Oh, so it has a barrel.
This is a regular upper.
Oh,
It's
the large aluminum device is a barrel nut.
Yes, this is
Does that
the barrel nut.
Barrel does now yank right out of the receiver, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I could pull the barrel out if I wanted to. Except the
Nice.
bolts there.
Yeah, you gotta pull the bolt back.
See?
Haha! Somebody was thinking when they invented that.
Yeah. So this is just a regular upper. You could put these two things on any.
So it's
upper.
basically a barrel extension with a tube attached to it.
And
Yep.
if you wanted a
Two
retarded
with
looking
holes in
AR, if you wanted a retarded looking AR with a free floated barrel, you could just put a regular barrel in there.
Yeah.
and screw that goofy ass fucking can on top of it.
You know what?
Yeah, do it. I dare you.
I've got barrels laying around.
I
Fuck
guess
this.
you need a gas tube.
Great, Pest. Now you've done it now.
Mm. Hey, this is better television than the shit we were doing before.
This is true.
Oh,
Don't you
fuck
be
yeah, bud.
My neighbor.
Hold on.
You're going to need a gas block.
Yeah.
The barrel's
I'm
too
just-
big.
I'm
though.
just gonna mock it up.
Are you going to do a basement
Oh,
pop?
son of a bitch! It goes all the way down over there.
That is the most retarded tube forearm that I've ever seen, and there have been a lot of retarded tube forearms in the
It's the
history
bagel cannon.
of ARs. Yeah.
Oh man! You wouldn't even-
Just think of all the pewing you could do.
That's a lot of dimp right there.
Yeah,
I have got to shitpost this sometime now.
yeah. And you're gonna need a gas tube. Just saying, but yeah.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
but
need
you can't
a.
see it. Oh, I've got all the other parts, but I
Yeah.
got parts for like 3 or 4 rifles sitting around.
You're gonna need a hose clamp to put the front sight on there.
If it don't got a hose clamp on it, it ain't redneck.
Duct
It's
tape.
funny because like the rail is like higher.
Does it have a real bolt carrier group in it?
Yeah, it does.
That might be a key concern. I mean, like if they fucking phoned that in, you could have problems.
No, it's a regular bolt carrier.
All right.
I think it's actually my bolt carrier because this thing came stripped.
Oh, okay.
It's
Good.
my bolt carrier and one of my extra charging handles that I was laying around. So
Good. Okay.
yeah,
Because it could easily be a factory second bolt carrier.
Yeah, I know.
Like yeah. Okay.
But if you think about it, $150 for the upper, that little barrel stub, and this shroud here. I mean,
That's not bad.
And
Now,
you just
that's $150 worth of comedy right there, right?
and if you chuck a $200 barrel or a $100 barrel and a fucking gas block on there, poof, you have a cheap upper.
yeah,
It's part
free floated this thing in the fucking world. Look at that.
Now you got an aluminum TIG, a Harris bipod to the bottom of that. You Bubba Especial.
Did I hear JB Weld? Is that what I heard?
No, I said
Is Bart drinking rosé? Is it a classy night?
no, that's not rosé. That's fucking white.
No, it's Vouv.
Ah, Buffalo.
I didn't have any beer left in the house, so I grabbed that. So whatever.
Oh,
There's another bottle up there if I feel frisky, but
whatever makes you feel pretty, bro.
yeah, that's why I got this pretty shiny oil
Fucking
barrel, right?
Damn, son.
So is there like explain to me how this works inside the tubey thing? Is there a chamber that barrel thingy sits in?
No, the barrel is the chamber.
No.
Yeah.
No, but
the fat projectile part.
yeah, the fat projectile part. Does it sit against the end of that, or is there a plate in there? Like, how does it
You
work?
can look down there. There's kind of a
So it's just a fucking hole.
Just a
there's
shoulder,
just
yeah.
a hole.
Mhm.
There might be a shoulder down there. There's a slight one
Huh.
about I don't know, flashlight down here.
That looks like about
But you guys can see that, can't you?
yeah.
That
Yeah.
little where so there's a slight shoulder about like down here on the about where the top of this would be.
Okay.
Huh.
So, yeah.
That looks like about a 7-month lathe job. You can make one for yourself.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
Would prevent you from dumping like marbles in there?
Ooh.
Ooh, in a yogurt cup.
Or those little balls of mozzarella.
Oh, there you go.
The fucking price of mozzarella plus also mozzarella's fucking
Dude,
oh,
go
yeah.
to pitch, get a meatball.
There you go.
Ooh, you could. It would be like The
Dude.
Office, you know, meatball.
Who wants a meatball?
You got meatball.
Oh.
Go to a hockey game. Who wants a fucking meatball? I want a meatball!
At 1,200 feet per second.
Boom.
I don't think it'd even be a meatball by then. It'd be just like a shower of meaty and.
Only one way to find out.
Open your mouth.
Oh, you know what? You got to freeze it first. That's the key. See, let it cook on the way out.
Can that be a recurring character for Pest?
The dude ducks the fucking meatball and it gets splattered on the wall. Red fucking.
We got a guy in the Discord filling up 556 cases with blue dot for you.
Please no.
Bart, you do have to try it with a snowball in the wintertime.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a snowball has enough density to not just like, like it blow like a hole out there. I don't know.
You might have to freeze them.
If you want to properly start a YouTube channel, you got to make yourself one of them polished foil balls and put it in there.
Oh, there you go.
One where you sit there hammering it for a day and a half.
Yeah, like, look how stupid I am.
that same guy made a knife out of tin foil, though, that actually cut stuff.
That was kind of cool. Yeah.
And then he made a knife out of that wood they used for the bearings on the submarines. That was kind of neat, too.
Wood for bearings on submarines?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lignum vitae, probably.
Oh.
It's been used for bearings on old-timey shit for a long time, and turns out it's good for new-timey shit, too, apparently.
I didn't know that.
Because it does.
I didn't know.
It's like, yeah.
But I knew about the wood. I didn't know about the application on modern submarines.
Yeah. They use it on the nuke subs.
Really?
Yeah. So you have wooden fucking bearings on a nuclear fucking submarine with intercontinental ballistic missiles. Hey, what's the most important part of your machinery here? Oh, these fucking bearings are made out of wood.
To be fair, it's a shaft bearing, right? So,
there's not a lot of torsion.
Well, and you can make the bearing surface extremely large, right? So the wear is fucking tiny, and anyway. Plus, the wood swells and seals it probably really well,
and doesn't react as much as to seawater as.
Yeah, because they've been making ship parts out of it for hundreds of years. Yeah, I knew about the wood, but I didn't know about the application.
TIL.
Me too. Yeah. They make. I mean, like the shaft bearings are funny. They still make modern shaft bearings without like they pour. You make a cast iron cavity around the thing. It's called babbitt metal. You pour this lead tin whatever fucking alloy, that's the word, into this thing, and it forms around the shaft directly, so it's a perfect fit. And then you go back in and scratch some oil lines or some grooves to accept oil in the thing, and that's a really good bearing for applications like fucking propeller shafts and shit. So yeah, I watch YouTube about nerd shit.
Yeah, I do have my kid a lot. He likes to watch The Backyard Scientist.
That guy's gonna get arrested someday. With the fucking 40-watt fucking blue laser.
Yeah. When they were throwing the balloons up and doing the shotgun.
Yeah, you gotta escalate for the fucking kids. But wow, bro, you're going to jail at some point. I can't take my eyeballs off it though.
As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but yeah, when he's gonna lop his own arm off at some point.
There were dumber things he's done than that.
Oh yeah,
like the man-sized mousetrap. That one was probably pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
he used it to power a fucking pedal car, for Christ's sake.
That kid's either gonna fucking invent something really fucking cool, or he's gonna put himself in the
hospital,
in the graveyard at some point. Yeah.
4K no low dose.
Right.
Speaking of graveyard and health, we can go to our next topic.
Ooh, that was a good segue. I accidentally did,
brother.
The
AMA introduces new policies to help curb gun violence.
AMA, what's that?
American Medical Association.
Oh, them folks.
Yuppers.
I heard the NRA also released new Heart Smart cuisine guidelines.
Huh.
Did they?
Which
Oh,
makes
as long
about
as
as much fucking sense. Yeah.
They should find
I'm
a
a
way
doctor. I'm smart. I can know about everything.
I
to.
think I didn't read through all of it, but I think suicide and some other stuff was more their concerns. I think.
Well, there's age limits on buying guns. So
Yeah,
it's the Dick's
yeah.
Corporation thing, and it's being able to report someone and have their guns taken away from them, make that easier. Which, it's always going to have a problem.
Well,
with
I can't wait until they go into the sub or the fucking inner city there and start making those people give up their guns.
that.
Because I mean, I assume they're all registered, you know, and so
Yes.
it's pretty easy to just say, okay, well, this guy should obviously not have guns, right? So we will just say he can't, and then that will be the end of it, and he won't.
Yeah, Tix. Yeah, I just
all the problems will be solved.
that the backyard scientist, he made a liquid metal squirt gun that one time too.
Yeah, that was actually fucking cool. Everything he does is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Well, he plays with thermite. He fucking dumped molten some metal onto some damn thing floating in his pool. He had millions of.
Oh, the Zorbies. He would dump a molten aluminum into the Zorbies, and it would fucking make these huge sculptures where the molten metal would go through all the balls.
Cool as shit. Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
So like fucking 10 kilos of fucking molten metal in your pool into and it flows around these fucking Zorby things, whatever a Zorby is. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, the Zorbies were cool. I saw that. That was pretty neat.
He's bringing in the eyeballs. And Google ain't gonna put a stop to that.
Yeah.
We love eyeballs. We sell eyeballs.
So yeah, doctors are now experts on gun violence.
Of course.
I've never really been asked about that, I don't think.
I've been asked one time, do you have firearms in your home?
What did you say? None of your business?
I said no.
Of course not. That would be stupid. Why would I do that?
Why would I do
Plus,
that?
also, everything I say is true.
Yes.
I say, I only have one, but it's just this one depleted
My foot hasn't been
uranium
hurting for a
tank
month.
shell
I
I
did need to come see
lick
you.
on the way out the door every day.
I don't even know if it works. It's just for home defense, you know, so it's not like yeah.
Like that Jeff where the guy finds the gun, he goes, is it loaded? He goes, I don't know, let's see. Nope, not loaded.
God.
Dude, you shot me in the foot. What? All I did was bang. Dude, you shot me in the foot again.
Sorry.
They should just ban idiots.
That would solve so many problems, but then it would create so many more.
I'm sorry, man.
Sometimes you wonder if you could do like some experiments, right? Like,
Experiments?
to see what the results are. Yes, completely unethical, immoral experiments.
Here's an IQ test. It's not important. Just do it on your own time.
Find a state that has an A.
There are no consequences. All of the answers are good. You just don't have a continent to ship them to. Sorry.
At least make it part of like the. Don't you think there should be some criteria for like being a congressman or senator or something?
Try operating a motor vehicle. I mean, they have licenses for that. Like, so, like, you're too stupid to do this. Sorry. Like, it's a privilege, and you don't quite make the cut. Sorry.
Like, are there some jobs where that's inherently,
I don't know. When I started the company I work for, there was an IQ test in the way of getting a job there, and they called
I've done that too.
They called it the Thurstone exam.
Thurstone exam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was an IQ test. I've taken some IQ tests, and it was an IQ test.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had that discussion this week as well.
Yeah. Oh.
With the What would you do to change the length of your children's legs?
What?
Oh, you didn't read that?
No.
Yes. So the person we were talking to was like, well, you can get educated and you can get smarter and all that stuff. And I was like, nah, it doesn't work that way.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
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 Oh
It's
yeah.
like you can make your legs stronger. You can make them faster. You can make them more nimble. You can't make them longer. That's not how it works.
Cadaver technology is getting pretty good. I don't know. You can make them taller for a little while, but then their liver's gonna kill them. So
Use a steamroller. You can make them very tall and thin.
right, man, win-win. Holy shit! Where'd Bartimus go?
I think you went to go get the other bottle.
Oh, he killed it already. Is he gonna bring a bigger glass? Is the question.
I saw the most ridiculous thing at the liquor store the other day. It was a wine glass that will hold an entire bottle of wine.
Yeah, Big Tippy. We have one of those.
I mean, it's like it's not so much a glass at that point; it's a cry for help.
It just makes perfect sense. I'm sure.
I mean, that way, when if you get pulled over and it'd be like, if you've been drinking, you're like, I had one glass of wine.
Right? Yes, they didn't say how big.
Right.
Here, you get 2 drink tickets. Well, what's the biggest one with more proof in it? I would like a double.
Oh, of course, TXGI would have one of those.
One of what?
A big tippy.
Yeah.
Well, naturally.
There was a show with with Courtney Cox where she had a glass she called Big Tippy. It was one of those 750 ml glasses.
Did you bring a bigger glass with your new? He's got Coors.
Yeah, it's the only beer I have left in the house. I'm serious to take a piss, and I figure I might as well grab a reinforcement, unless I break out a second bottle of the Vouv.
I bet you Golden didn't fucking ban assault rifles.
Yeah.
In Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have banquets there, so.
Wait, that's where Coors comes from, is Golden, right? Or no?
Well.
Yeah, well,
that's where originally it came from.
So it's the Rockies.
No, it all comes from there. No, they don't have bottlers in like fucking Virginia or whatever. No, it all comes from Golden, Colorado. I assure you, they truck, and if they may bottle it locally, but they truck the water from Golden, Colorado. Like, see, it's funny because the water is the same as the beer, right? So cost the same to ship it regardless.
Is it kind of like how Foster's is brewed here?
It's Australian for beer. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's if you pick up a can of Foster's, it's just brewed in the United States.
Well, if you pick up a can of Foster's, a real Australian fucking baby loses its
exactly
will to live.
Hold on. So TXGI says Coors Banquet is made in Colorado. Coors Light is made locally.
Wow.
So he thinks all the Coors Banquet beer is made in Colorado.
I doubt it.
Sounds expensive.
When you think about it, though, people are shipping packing peanuts all over the country. So, I mean, out there must be a semi truck full of packing peanuts.
Yeah, Uline has those.
Or do you generate them on the premises if you have a big enough operation?
Yeah, you do your own cornstarch thing. I know people do that. They make those cornstarch ones.
Yeah,
the ones that are edible.
I like to eat those just for fun.
Yeah,
it's edible. Plus, if you lick them and stick them together, you can make a really big one.
If you put that popcorn garlic butter thing on there, they're not bad.
It's the same thing they're selling you in the movie theater.
Exactly. Just no shit stuck in your teeth.
Right. Hey, win-win. I mean, seriously.
What can I use this day on this fucking alarm?
As long as you put butter on it, you know.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
God,
I need more ice cubes. Be right back. I got my magic space headphones. I can keep talking while I ain't visible. Awesome.
Yeah, while you pee.
I'm not peeing. I'm getting more ice cubes.
Yeah, I know.
My first Red Bull wasn't refrigerated.
Ew.
I know. Well, I had a lot of ice at the time, but you know, it runs down over time. More so when 1/3 of your Red Bull supply is unrefrigerated.
Sometimes I miss my kegerator, sometimes I don't.
Never had a kegerator.
Me either.
The wife bought it for me back in 2008 for like a birthday present. It was a nice one, like a three-quarter size stainless steel. You could like put the keg in there and then like 15 cases of beer because it still had like a bunch of room around the keg and then 2 shelves.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was pretty nice.
Do they have like a burburator?
What?
Where you
For bourbon.
just get bourbon out of it?
Oh no.
Burburator.
It had the full
I
CO2
want the
tank,
waterator.
obviously, but
Actually,
I sold it to a college kid friend that took forever to fucking pay me for it, but whatever.
Wow. That's your problem,
Do
right
they sell Diet Red Bull by the keg?
That'd be fucking
Probably.
cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you no, they probably don't. Otherwise, fucking bars would be using that shit instead of fucking using the cans every time and crushing them.
Yeah, because
Bars go through a shitload of Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently Red Bull and vodka is considered a cocktail nowadays.
Of course,
It has
it's a
been
fucking
since
cocktail. It's fucking fun sized.
They make a refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a popular cocktail ever since Red Bull was in the market, pretty much.
My local dive bar, if you order a vodka Red Bull, you get something that's been shot out of the little multi-gun there.
Please notify Fluffy. To make bourbon come out of a kegerator, you have to take a corny keg and fill it.
Pony keg.
Corny keg.
Actually, single malt. Get the actual wooden one and put a. Oh, you could have bung tools.
Tools.
Yeah, if you had your own cask.
Yeah,
on a gravity feed on the second floor, you would have tools on hand to operate bungs properly.
There's a bar in I used to go to that has cask drawn beer.
Do they call it the bunghole?
Yeah, they do have a bunghole on their cask.
Yeah. I know, but if they called the bar the bunghole.
No.
If I had a bar, I would call it the bunghole. I mean, that's just good marketing.
One word for it.
What?
Good marketing.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to Google the bunghole right now and see what I get.
Apparently,
I would be
is
careful with that.
available in large sizes.
Oh, I've been on the internet.
Red Bull?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only get it in like the 24-ounce cans, I think is the largest.
Yeah. Bunghole Liquors. Welcome to Bunghole Liquors. They have a website.
Bunghole Liquors.
Yeah.
That's
Bunghole Liquors, 31 reviews. Apparently, it's just a liquor store chain.
16 ounces. Looks like the biggest one.
I say, if we're going to talk about Bunghole Liquors. We can talk about the
bunghole, dude. There's 2 jokes in one. Oh damn, bunghole liquors. Fuck yeah! I didn't even get the second word. Like, oh, that's
gonna
fucking
start a
genius.
distillery.
Somebody's a smart person. When microbreweries were first becoming a thing, I theorized one day, drinking in the middle of the day, that having a brewery called Unibrow would be pretty awesome. But it turns out there's a fucking German conglomerate already called that's owns a bunch of beer companies.
Unibrow, yeah.
And they don't get the joke, I bet, because they're German, right? So
well, it's probably in their language, so
yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
We are not called Unibrow, so we are called Unibrow.
Mm-hmm. It means something totally different.
Yeah, well, yeah, it means one beer.
So there's a place online where you can buy a 40-foot container full of Red Bull.
Ooh. Is it
How much does
China?
it cost?
I bet it's China.
It's
Wait, so it's like $30 a
28,000
case off
euros.
Amazon. It's like it's $30 a case off Amazon. So if it's like 45 or $50, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
So a 20-foot container contains 2,800 trays of Red Bull.
How much is in
So
a
a
tray?
40-foot container would be 5,600 trays.
I bet you a tray would be 100.
Is a tray 24 of them or?
24. Yeah.
So let
Yeah,
me,
it's 24.
let me get the calculator out. 24 times how much?
5.
So it'd be 100,000 cans of Red Bull for a 40-foot container.
How much? How many dollars is that?
28,000 euros, so maybe 30 grand.
That's still
30 grand for 100. That's 30 cents a piece. That's pretty fucking good because I'm paying over $1 for them right now. So.
You know what's funny is
Hon, we'd be losing money if we didn't take this deal.
You buy another machine gun? No.
No, I got
A Red Bull.
a lifetime supply of Red Bull for only 30 grand, bro.
Seems like there's a old National Lampoon's joke in there somewhere.
Well, I mean, anytime you pass up a deal like that, you are literally leaving money laying on the ground. So.
That's only if you survived to drink it all. Drinking a fucking shipping container full of Red Bull, I think you're about to die anyways.
How long does it last? That's the key. Because I'm literally drinking this by myself. So
I don't think you could drink an entire. I mean, even if you drink, how many do you think you'd drink a day at most? I mean,
We could suggest that they find out at the next Soul Warrior.
I have 3 or 4 on Wednesday and 6 or 7 on Friday. So 10 a
10
week.
a week.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be 520 cans a year.
Yeah. This is working out great in my favor. So you got 20 years of Red Bull there. Boom. All I got to do is not want to drink something else the whole 20 years.
So here's
and then you can still sell the rest for a profit.
I know. Ooh. Hey, yeah, I can open a Red Bull stand.
There's a place that sells the sugar-free stuff, and minimum order is 1 ton. So
I probably can drink a ton of Red Bull in a year. How much is it? Are you looking at Alibaba or something or what?
A ton is, well,
quote things. You have to get a quote.
Assume it's the same way as water, so like 7 pounds a gallon. A ton is going to be
actually water is closer to 8.5.
300 gallons of Red Bull in a year. So it'd be a gallon of Red Bull every day, 0.25. That's a lot.
Well, we'll stretch it out. I'm sure it's good past the expiration date. So. Plus, I could sell half a ton of it and make my money back, right?
You might be able to set that up on Amazon on that subscription thing where it just keeps.
Oh yeah, trust me, bro. We've already done that.
With Red Bull?
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I got Prime. Yeah, ship me heavy shit. I got three bags of dog food a month and a fucking Red Bull and Monster and my Kind bars. They're cheaper on Amazon. So yeah, fuck yeah. I ain't stupid. Granted, it's a little bit cheaper when it's on sale at Costco, but that's unreliable. So
looks like it's $33.99 at Amazon.
Yeah, if you buy 5 things though, it's 15% off.
Boom. Nice.
Yeah.
You can order online stuff from Costco online if it's not in your store, so it's not that unreliable.
Yeah, and here's the thing too: if you're hooked on nicotine lozenges, you can order a fucking fucking Costco nicotine lozenges off eBay, cheaper than you can get them at Costco, and Costco drop ships them to you. So these guys on eBay are fucking selling the shit, and they just have Costco drop ship it to me. I only do that once in a while, but yeah. Anyway,
I wonder how that fucking works. How the fuck do they price it less than have Costco ship it to them?
Well, it's multi-level
marketing. It's arbitrage.
Yeah. Same way you buy C clips from McMaster Car and sell them on eBay for
5 times what they're worth.
Yeah, 5 times what they're worth. Yeah, but I only doubled my money on each order, so that's gone though because eBay fucking. That's an assault rifle part. It's a fucking common hardware item. Fuck you. Well, We didn't respond positively to your "fuck you, sir," and you can stop doing that. Well, whatever, fine. I don't care anyway. It's stupid.
Any part is an assault rifle part if you call it that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's why I just don't sell stuff. Then
I could hot glue gun this to an AR-15, so it's probably an AR part. I mean, it's on the possible modifications list. So,
Chainsaw bayonets, remember?
I can see your mustache very closely.
Ooh, there we go.
That's a very sharp optic, sir.
Tragicon.
What does sharp mean? I don't know this word.
Sharp. How sharp is? You're not very sharp then, are you?
No, I guess I'm not.
Well, can you sharpen your pencil?
Maybe. Is that one of those new words like woke or?
Yeah, it actually
totally is.
It's synonymous with woke.
Okay, I still don't know what that means.
I got a whole bunch of sharp knives upstairs, man. They're awesome.
They're the sharpest of the sharp knives.
Yep.
Just saying a word differently for comedic effect. That's how that works. The actual word is sharp, in case you.
Yeah.
I was explaining because he didn't seem to get it. So.
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Oh, because I gave it to you. I mean, come on.
Well, hey, it's a tough economy, all right?
With a 1.5 scope, it's essentially the same as using it backwards as it is forwards.
You should mount it backwards and take it to Cola Warrior like that just to trigger everybody.
Oh, fuck yeah. Do it.
I still need to file SBR stamps so I can take some down there because if I took this is going on the PS90, so if I take that
takes
down
4 weeks.
I'm good. It's not till late July, mid-July, maybe.
Just ship it to an SOT in the local area for cleaning.
Yeah, now you can get it in 4 weeks. You just send it to them by email.
Yeah.
Do you remember back in the 80s when it was when computer evidence was not admissible because it could be changed by literally anyone?
Yeah.
So
we still don't have digital.
But an email is a valid fucking conversation with the government.
It's a fucking paper form.
Well, I get it. I understand that, but like, do you fax it via email or something, or what?
You do. You actually mail it to their. You email it to the fax email.
Yeah. Oh god, it's so fucking hilarious. Does it take PDF or do you got a JPEG that or TIFF that shit?
What they like you to do is fill out the form, take a picture of the form
on a wooden table,
put the picture on your computer, print it out, and then fax that in.
I was gonna say, here is a bad potato graph of my document on a wooden table, and then I scan that, and then here you go. Good luck. Good Lord.
So turns out that Sterling is on a Form 4.
Oh, those are quick.
You know what this means?
For
quick.
A private individual.
That's funny. Nothing Form 4 is quick.
Yeah, so across state lines, yes, it is a private individual who owns that. I know. Yeah. So, I didn't think of that aspect. They are quicker on those, I think, though.
Yeah, if it's not a trust.
Yeah.
Trust side's slow. I'm thinking 50th birthday present, so
50.
Jesus. I didn't even think about that part, dude.
Whatever.
Oh. I mean, your other choice would be to Form 3 it to somebody in your neck of the woods, and that would be quicker. But
and we all know how that worked out last time.
Wait, if it's
he can't. Yeah,
he can't. Yeah, it has to Form 4. Oh, but if Form 4 is to your dealer, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, a Form 4 to a dealer is quicker than a Form 4 to a.
I know it's quicker.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, like when I first did that or thought about that interstate private to private, like that whole thing seemed really daunting because like a Form 4 takes forever, but two of them don't take for. It's not twice as long. It's right. Less, but
it's like 1.5 times.
Yeah.
And it's paper. He has to do it with paper. That's the part that's
Yeah.
That's all right though. Set the check off for the links.
The links.
Yeah. The GM6 links I bought. Did you
I
miss
have
that?
been instructed, but I do. Oh yeah, the 50 cal. Yeah. I don't know the gun. No, I followed that and watched it, but I didn't.
It's Hungarian,
That's
so I'm assuming it's spicy.
Ooh, paprika.
Paprika on there, yeah.
Fuck yeah. See this. What was that show with the tractor and the oil and the rich guy and what's her face?
Oh,
Two
Beverly
Hungarian-
Hillbillies.
No, it was very similar to that, but and in contemporary, but fucking.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Oil. Who's
Yeah.
the Hungarian sisters that were popular in like the 50s here?
Raja Gabor.
Yeah, one of the Gabor
Oh,
bitches.
Green Acres.
Green Acres. Yeah.
Green Acres is the place to be.
This sitcom is fucking retarded.
Everybody now.
But it's on at 4, and that's when I get home. So fuck it.
It was no Fury, let's put it that way. Fury. Remember Fury?
No.
You didn't watch Fury when you were a kid?
Wait.
Fury was like the horse version of Lassie.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the kid had his horse Fury. And he used to get into
when I was a
adventures.
child, I lived in Leadore, Idaho, on the Bar 00 Ranch, and so we had a fucking repeater up on the hill that got us 2 channels, so I could watch Hogan's Heroes and Gilligan's Island, and,
Nice.
and not a whole fucking lot else, you know. We didn't have no UHF or nothing. It was all fucking. It was just like 3 channels.
How
on the
much did you
UHF.
jerk off to Mary Ann?
This is pre-jerk off age. Yeah, I didn't start whacking until I got to Alaska. And we had scramble porn back then, so.
Ooh, boob, yes.
I saw a boob from, but to be fair, when you're 12 or whatever, you can use your imagination and it works just as good.
And Macy's catalog.
Right?
Sears catalog.
Oh, you.
The Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
I could see a vague outline of. Oh, we didn't have that when I was. Yeah. We had catalogs.
That was my.
I could see a vague outline of a nipple.
You hussy.
Look at your father must be so proud. Hey, she wasn't on a pole, so because they hadn't invented poles back then. But
So my cousin called me up and he's like, "Hey, I want to take my son turkey hunting." And I was like, "Okay." So how old? You know, his son's 14, I think. And he's like, "You know, I was hoping for something. If you have a 20 gauge that we could borrow." I'm like, "Yeah, I got a 20 gauge you can borrow." So I gave him a 20 gauge Ithaca 37, and I gave him a flat of shotgun shells.
excellent choice.
With.
Did you tell him how he could slam fire it?
Yeah, it's a slam fire one. Yeah,
nice.
And so he bought some turkey shells, and he called me up about a week later. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring that shotgun back." I'm like, "Well, I thought you were going turkey hunting." He's like, "Yeah, he didn't like shooting that too much." I was like, "Okay." So he brought the shotgun back. I'm like, "I have a 28 gauge semi." I mean, and so he brought the shotgun back, and he brought the whole flat of shells back. I'm like, "Dude, what's going on?" He goes, "Yeah, we fired 3 shells, and then he was done." And I was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Well."
He had
So
to
I
go
was
to
like-
work. He had to go to work and explain to the guys around the water cooler that his kid's a 410 kid.
Oh my goodness! And,
Can you imagine?
So I tried not to say anything, but I just couldn't resist. And I was like, "Look, if he wants to try again, you know, Abby shoots a 12 gauge. She can show him how to do it."
Wow. That was sad.
When you inevitably have the conversation with your son, you got to be accepting whatever he says. Dad, I just want to shoot 410. Is that for I? It's a damn shame. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean,
Yeah. Takes all gauges, as they say.
that's really kind of sad, though.
So it was kind of an indictment of him, right? It's like you failed as a father. What were you doing?
Yeah. Apparently didn't beat the kid enough.
Yeah.
Too much or not enough. We can't tell.
No,
Not
it was
enough.
Not enough.
No, a kid who can take a beating can take fucking 20 gauge. A kid who's defiant to a beating can fucking shoot a 12 gauge straight up. Like,
Yeah.
That all you got, old man?
Well, I know. I have a 10 gauge. Like.
I have not yet begun to whack, sir. Grab your ankles.
Do we have a fourth topic?
Yes.
Oh, it's about Illinois.
Illinois.
Is
that the one we already did?
No.
Oh, yeah. Pop
I
over.
could swear I had
Deerfield, Illinois.
Yeah. The injunction about their assault weapons ban.
We were talking about that being the inevitable outcome of the Boulder thing, but it already happened in Illinois, of all places.
Yeah.
Perhaps there is hope yet.
The bastion of gun control.
Yeah.
Just only in Chicago, though.
That's what they were saying, right? The Deerfield's on the wrong side of Lake Cook. That's why it got repealed.
Yeah.
And junctified.
Yeah. I lived in Illinois for a year and got an FOA card and stuff, and I don't know. I didn't really care about any of their laws when I was there and didn't know. So the shit I brought there was probably not kosher, but I don't know.
Did you buy all your Springfield 40s when you were there?
Actually, I did. I did. That is the first fucking pistol I ever bought.
It seems extra. It has a grip safety on.
XDM. All right. Fuck this. I'm gonna grab it.
I have a Springfield too, but I won it. So
you should make that like the turd rule or the brown rule or something.
The XDM in 40.
Nice.
The ultimate Gunnit assault.
Fuck
The trigger or the
This is free grip zone, right?
That ensures you won't fucking blast your calf in half.
Yeah. It is actually a really nice gun. I like it. It's shoots well, points well.
I know
it's on my hand.
Like making fun of you though.
The trigger's decent.
I want an XD of some sort in 9mm from Gearhog, and it works fine too.
Yeah. It gets unnecessary hate. Everybody hates Springfield, but this is still a good gun. Nobody hates 40, but who gives a shit?
No, the Croatians make great guns.
Rob Latham shoots at my range, and he likes it. So
yeah,
they don't pay him or nothing.
Yeah, despite that, his shirt says X.
Yeah. Grips on, bro.
Does he have that on like the sides of his shirts that says the grips on?
Well, it depends on the shirt.
Oh, no, he has it actually on the hips of his pants.
On the love handle area.
No, I would put it in my front pocket. No, actually, my ass pocket. That's where.
There you go.
If I was going to be filleted by a woman, I would choose her to grab my ass. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it just more?
I had to think about it because it never happens. So.
A woman never grabs your ass. Is that what you're saying?
No, I grab all the asses in my house. And there's lots of asses in my house, dog asses and woman asses. Nobody ever grabs my ass. Apparently, I know. Yeah.
If you go to certain cities in America, you can pay ladies to do that.
They're called waxers.
Vegas, I hear.
Oh. It seems wrong.
We can hook you up next month.
I won't even get a one of them pedophile things. The when they work on your toenails.
Pedicures.
People having
pedicures.
Yeah, like I don't think paying people to touch is right. I mean, not that it's that wrong. I'm not going to deny your access to have, but you can literally pay a girl to wax your butthole. And that just seems wrong. How far down the taint would you like it? You know, like you know what? I want a Hitler mustache in the front of my balls, and the rest of it, just get rid of all of it. And then you gotta just like watch her do it. Like I'm paying you to fucking strip hair off of my.
Maybe she really
Man
likes
parts.
looking at buttholes, though.
You know, I don't kink shame, but still, it just seems a little awkward.
How much?
Do they hold up the mirror like at the barbershop to like show you?
I don't know. Like, oh man, that looks like a plucked turkey. It's all pale and bumpy, and kind of red, angry looking. Money well spent.
Shedding users now is like a.
Go home. Look, hun. Look at my butthole. Look how clean
Look
it
how
is.
sparkly clean it is.
You look like a baboon, sir.
A red ass baboon, not a regular baboon.
I'm with you though. It's a question of where do you stop once you start, right?
Apparently,
'Cause-
you can get anything done
right.
with nobody getting busted by vice cops. How much of that? How much
You
of that?
just do the
wax can you
central
put-
channel? Do you spread out from there? Do you
I
go
would like
higher?
the inside of my butthole waxed. Will you do that?
One candle coming up.
Uh-huh. Oh, we got a big old polyp. That was
Happy
way cheaper than
birthday
having the
to me.
professionals do it. Yeah.
Just nair it and just do the dirty bird.
Yeah, there you go.
Nair. I've
Just
nared
drag
my
your
butt.
knife
I have
up.
nared my butthole a couple of times.
A couple of times.
Seriously?
You didn't learn the first time? What?
Oh man, no, it's
Not
actually
bad enough. Let's do this once
The-
again.
the pain only lasts for a day or two, but the farts are exquisite because there's no air gap. So it's meat on meat, fucking like that. It's fucking great. Telling you, try it.
No muffling effect, huh?
Mm-mm. No, it's fucking the purest fart experience a man can get.
Well, plus when you can light your farts, then you don't have to worry about any secondary fires.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Assume so.
If you want to talk about tangents from the topics we usually have, this is like
Well, we were
Okay,
talking
we're
about
gonna-
Springfield, to be fair, so this is related.
taint washing is related to Springfield.
Absolutely.
Oh shit.
Sorry. I probably shared too much. My bad.
Yeah, a little bit.
Eh. Here's the line. Here's me. Hey, everybody.
Oh fuck.
It's quality television, though, I tell you.
Quality with a K.
Just assume nobody from work is watching this.
Oh, so you want to talk about the injunction about the Deerfield assault weapons ban?
Oh yeah, I
Away
assume it has
from
something to do
butthole
with
touching?
Springfield. Well, I mean, it wasn't me that brought it up.
They said,
Yeah.
"Hey, you can't do
Don't
that,
think-
bro."
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the same thing as the Boulder thing, I assume.
Yeah, it
Oh.
pretty much was.
It turns out that
The
unconstitutional
courts are
bullshit
actually getting
came about.
involved.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, it always makes me wonder. Like, I'm sure nobody turned anything in, so they were like, "Fuck that." So it's not
Yeah.
like there's any consequence. But what if somebody had turned it in compliance with the law, and now there's an injunction? What happens?
Yeah, what happens to the gun?
All right.
Does the cops just keep it, or do they get it back?
No, the cops get to play with it for like 3 months while the shit gets
Yeah,
figured
it's
out.
Illinois. I'm assuming you don't get it back. Yeah.
Woohoo! Bang, 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 bang. Bah! Just like on TV.
It's like the
How
bump
it-
stock thing, right? I mean, who's going to turn in their bump stock?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Apparently. like twice now.
Now you can make them online with 3D printers and a spring.
Foscat.
Or just use your finger like a normal human being that didn't have to spend $200 on a fucking accessory to replicate a finger.
Hey man, a pair of Levi's cost like $20, man.
Those belt loops wear out quick. You gotta buy spare belt loops.
It's just literally, you don't even need a fucking belt loop. Anyway.
You just gotta have a limp finger, right?
No, you have to just have a stiff finger and a limp
Stiff
gun.
finger, limp forward.
Wrist.
Yeah.
Limp left arm, which is easy, right? So
Yeah.
offside arm.
Straying back into the weird.
That one's the stranger.
The Dutch
I mean,
otter.
you have to lay on it for a while so it goes numb, and then it's the stranger. This guy fucks.
Speaking of which,
Oh, are we still live?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I won't ask this until we're not.
Oh, speaking of the stranger, what's
I'm-
going on?
I'll have to cut out here in like 10 minutes or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
Cool,
I'll be
cool.
back. I just have to go. It's not exact thing, but like the when I was mentioning about the college football subreddit thing, there's a whole bunch of espionage going on. We think Florida is using bots to
Those
cheat the
fucking
system.
the Gators,
Fucking Florida.
Yeah,
University.
Florida man.
Yeah, those Gators are nuts about their football.
What was the
Well, so are we, Nebraska.
Yeah, you guys are
fucking-
pretty hardcore too.
Yeah.
Basically, the SEC states in the Midwest are complete degenerates when it comes to college football.
Yeah.
So when
It's-
I played
it's
Asheron's,
nuts, like
Sorry.
Michigan's been. Yeah. Go ahead. You're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
When I played Asheron's Call, I decided the name of my character was going to be Hoosier Daddy with Hoosier as the title, right? So I had a bunch of fucking Midwest guys going, Hoosiers! I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Just making a joke. That was my story.
It's a lovely story.
I know. You could say cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
Thanks.
Cool story, brah.
Well, no, it was a pathetic nerd story, but anyway.
Most of our stories on here are pathetic nerd stories.
I just realized I hadn't brandished a firearm in a while. That one's empty.
You gotta pick them up.
The right to bear arms.
Point.
Also empty.
Hey, we got the. Hey, Pest.
Hey, did you get your arm pistol?
Yeah.
I didn't, but my buddy up north did. So,
So
I could literally go anytime and get that turd. And
So like Christmas.
you know, I don't know.
You need to get it like before we come
It's-
to Vegas.
Oh yeah. You gotta
Oh,
bring it.
is it a
Because
Vegas
I
thing?
am bringing mine.
It's a Three Amigos thing.
Yeah, we're gonna do the whole like crotch, like boom.
All
boom,
right,
boom,
all
as
right.
we shoot
all right.
different.
Where are we shooting at the Clark County
Yeah,
thing?
Yeah.
All right.
that's. We just have to watch the video. You guys.
Do they have a
I
facility
the
for
card,
arm
but-
pistols? So I gotta buy. Oh, I don't have my card still. Yeah, okay.
You didn't save your card? Seriously?
I mean,
Is Infidel
did.
coming or not?
we haven't had a second speaking about it yet, but
All right.
he assures me that he would love to.
Yeah,
FC's not
all right.
coming because he doesn't like us.
Well,
it's not that I don't. Okay, hang on. Let me check United.
you know, him and he doesn't like to fly, so
But what's the dates again? You can put it in chat. You can put it in
OPSEC.
chat.
Yeah.
You can put it in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want people,
Yeah, put it in
Showing
chat.
up randomly.
Right.
you didn't air quote people.
Although we should talk to what's his name that used to work at the place.
You talking? You talking about Hooves and Arsenal? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Oh,
Hooves in a
them
while.
kids, fuck yeah.
I already talked to Brogel. He's gonna be out of town, so
Yeah, that's what
no
you said,
Holland
he's not
Holland
in town.
shooting.
Whoa.
We can still bring shotguns in the sporting clays range, though.
So that
Yeah,
means
we
I
both-
need an A1 grip and an A1 flash hider.
Yeah.
And to operate my lathe to get rid of that fucking booger.
Welded on scope mounts.
Mm.
Jesus.
Yeah, so Gen Mud goes, your pistol is here, sir. Send me a picture of it. I'm like, yep, I recognize that. That looks like the one I fucking paid for.
You got a deal though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as long as you got a lathe to get rid of that fucking booger shit, you can. I don't know. I think is that tube Parkerized?
What?
I don't know what it is. I wouldn't say it's Parkerized.
Does it look gray and?
The top one. This.
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
thing.
It's Parkerized.
And does it rotate freely or does it not?
No, it does not rotate freely.
Okay, so-
It rotates enough to lock the bolt back.
Yeah,
We
that's
figured
true.
that out last time.
Yep.
Okay. So if I crank my scope over to the left or whatever, it'll.
Yeah.
fucking lock.
You can lock the bolt back.
That's how retarded a scope mount on that thing is. Anyway. Hey, but free scope though, so you know.
Fuck.
You just
You,
bushmastered.
you bleeding, Bart?
No, it just barely got me.
He bushmastered his thumb.
All right.
These things are dumb though. Dumb and awesome.
Or did you gwin your thumb? Well, most things that are dumb are also awesome.
Could you imagine shooting that thing in the hat and the fucking right in your face? No.
I've shot a DP-28, so yeah, there's fucking brass going 90 miles an hour down your fucking shirt.
Nice and cool though.
If
Yeah.
you ever shoot a PKM, don't fucking put your fucking left arm anywhere near the bottom of it. Just saying. Or your offside arm. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume your gender.
I just can't wait to see the differences between them.
Yeah.
Mine's gonna be the one with the retard fucking wood grip and the AK-74 muzzle brake and the scope on the fucking thing. Mine's way more tactical than yours is. All
Yours is
Ins
definitely
are
riding the short bus.
I guess I gotta go get it this weekend. God damn it! Figure out how to unfuck it
You
properly.
can get that other thing too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's
a-
fucking form for that fucking
Yeah. Jesus.
AR-18. Huh?
Yeah, 180, AM 180.
Anyway, yeah.
Hmm.
Full auto 22-ness.
How fucking lazy is a guy who can buy a machine gun and not file the fucking Form 4 for it?
I don't know. I've got like 4 or 5 guys who fall within that characterization.
Wow, that means I'm a really high percentage of the population. Fucking hell. I really gotta get my shit together.
Get your poop in a group, buddy.
But so if I go up there and get multiple handguns, that's a multiple handgun purchase for him, and I assume he probably doesn't want to put up with that bullshit. So I don't know.
That's only if it's more than 2.
Oh, there's 3 there waiting now.
Oh,
turns
okay.
out.
That
There's
would
the-
qualify.
There's the Pennsylvania one. There's the 40 Smith & Wesson custom shop gun from the cops, and then the Gwin pistol plus an AK, the Hugo AK with the fanciness.
You
But another AK?
running out of safe space yet?
Yeah, well, no, yeah, my safes are full and there's overflow. That's just the way it is. But the cheap gun, well, it's not always the cheap guns. There's some expensive.
Yeah,
shit.
I ran out of safe space, so I have this shit behind me because I can't put this shit in the safe.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a third one.
But yeah,
Oh,
you
you-
have fucking sturdies though. Those are like 3 of my safes could fit in one of yours.
The man owns a McLaren, though. I mean, come on, like. Of course
and then by that logic, I own a Lotus Esprit.
I remember the first time I experienced Lotus. It was 123.
1, 2, 3.
Dude, I'm telling you, I ran a gun store properly out of Lotus 123 one time. It was back in the 90s because that's when that happened. And
Yeah.
That Slash Command was the.
oh, I did crazy things like ordering from the floor instead of the fucking office, where you just in the office you just imagine the things you need, and then but when you get me with a spreadsheet, archaic as whatever. I actually would look at how many things sold and whether we needed to get more or not, right? Or whether it's FC. It's so easy to run a gun store if you have foot traffic.
Yep, that's the thing. You got to be somewhere high traffic.
Yeah, but the problem,
or have a huge online experience.
Well, the one I looked at, the store I worked at had guns, fishing, and game wounding in the archery department there.
Yeah,
and so we had like we did call it the game wounding department unashamedly, and the guys who worked in that. Well, no, the game wounding department was the archery department, and
gotcha.
But we had a shitload of guns, and we sold like all kinds of crazy ammo and stuff, and the guys anyway, like it's a thing. If you actually pay attention to what you're selling and what's not selling, and you don't buy more of what's not selling, and you buy more of what is selling, you actually can make a lot of money at it. But selling guns is not the way to make money. It's selling all the other shit that makes money.
Yeah,
that's my advice.
Yeah.
But
my local gun shop has switched to selling cigars and coffee to keep the place open.
Oof.
But then you have like DE Guns, who's local to me too. That's like selling everything at rock bottom prices, and they just bought like a $500,000 facility that has
to get more inventory.
Yeah. Well, they bought the place for like $285,000, I think, but it's seriously like 500,000 square foot, and it has enough land around it. It has a pond and enough land in the back to build up 100-yard ranges like all across the back of the entire place. I should get the Google Maps and look at the guys. It's pretty impressive. I think we're gonna go this weekend with my neighbors to get them to shoot some of their guns too. The rifles that we built together.
Nice.
You should talk them into becoming an SOT and renting guns.
Yeah. They rent guns.
Yeah, but renting proper guns, not like Title II shit. You know?
I'm sure I could probably bring my machine gun there. The other range that are in town is ran by the city, and they won't let you have machine guns there. You can bring silencers and SBRs, but no machine guns.
How about DDs?
I haven't broached that topic. I'll just come up there next time with the can and shoot oranges all day on the range and see what they say.
Will your berm stop 20 millimeter? I must know this before I join.
Yeah, I'm sure the FUDs are going to get excited when I bring mine to the local range.
What? It's Pew. It's just uppercase.
Yeah.
What the can or the Lynx?
No, the
Lottie. Oh,
it goes Pew just like anything else. It's just in all caps. That's all. Fuck you.
All caps from several miles away.
Pew! Pew! Pew!
You know what? I think it's probably going to be underwhelming. That's the thing that's bothering me the most. I don't think it's going to be.
It's probably loud as fuck, and it's probably have no recoil because it weighs like 170 pounds.
Fluffy, if you want to be reassured about your purchase, Google Vice Big Sandy and watch that video with the little scrawny kid shooting the fucking Lottie and getting knocked back 6 inches when he pulled the fucking trigger. He literally was blown back 6 inches in the gun. Like he was prone. He's prone. And the gun moved a 90-pound young man who didn't look scrawny at all, you know. My 1919's in that video, plus a bunch of my buddies. So
I told you guys, Mike is getting like too serious about these tracer rounds. So I'm
Yeah?
expecting-
Oh, you have. Oh, okay. So you've tricked a man who has been made the mistake of demonstrating competence into being intrigued about a project.
I think I gave him an excuse to
Fuck
be
yeah.
intrigued.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
All right, I got my alarm. My alarm went off. I gotta go do something here in a sec. Do you guys want to segue this into the after show, or do you want to wait till I come back?
We
Because
should totally,
Yeah, let's do that.
we
all
should
right.
we should segue into the after show where we're going to talk about things that are more intimate than naring your
Butthole
butthole.
waxing.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
That's where you end it.
If everyone would like to sign off, salute.
Oh,
Good night.
if I saluted, I would be fucking